Hello, welcome back to another video. So today's video, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about my health in real life. We're going to talk about some of the feedback I've been getting on my other videos, and mainly just my health in real life. So about a couple months ago, month or two, probably a month and a half, maybe, I don't know, month. Let's just say a month. I woke up and my right eye hurt. It was in a lot of pain. So I talked to a couple people. We thought it was a sty. We couldn't visibly see a sty. It just, could feel it. So I took hot tea bags, and put them in a paper towel, heated that up and then, put hot compress on it for, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then I did that for about an hour, 10 on, 10 off, 10 on, 10 off. And that pain went away. So I was like, oh, great. So it's just, nothing great. Kept playing games. And then now, about 2 days ago, I woke up and it literally felt like a wasp had stung me in my eyeball. Like I literally felt like somebody took a shank and just like slashed up my eye. Like it hurt insanely. Like it was an insane amount of pain. And let me explain something else. I was a pool mechanic long ago, 10 plus years. And we were filling a jug with liquid sodium, okay? And it blew up and it got all in my eyeball, all up in there, like a whole gallon plus of liquid sodium went into my eye. And that was like a slap on the wrist compared to the pain my eye felt the other day. So I was like, there's something definitely wrong with my eyeball. It's not just a sty or something, right? So I did the hot compress. I did that for like an hour. It didn't do anything. So I was like, all right, let me just chill. Maybe it's like light irritating it. So I just laid there in the dark. And then I was like, all right, let me try the compress again. And it didn't work. So I ended up going to the ER because it was just my eyesight, my vision was getting really blurry. I couldn't see out of the eye. So I was like, fuck. So I didn't want to go blind. So I went to the hospital. The hospital, they, you know, they saw me really quick because I told them, I'm losing vision in my right eye. It hurts a lot. I can't see. It's, I'm having some type of reaction to something and I don't want to go blind. So the only person they saw ahead of me was like this pregnant lady who was having complications with the pregnancy. Everybody else, I got bumped ahead of them and I got seen immediately because I guess they didn't have any real threatening injuries. They were just flus and COVID or something. Anyway, so I go see the doctor. They do like the eye pressure test, the diet, they check it. They said it's all scratched up. They numb it. The numbing part was the best part. When they numbed it, all the pain went away. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, prescribe that. Well, turns out you can't prescribe the numbing medicine. And then what's funny is he's like, yeah, we can't prescribe it because it actually causes damage to the eyeball. And I'm like, but you just put it in my eyeball. He's like, yeah, but you asked me to numb your eye. And then I was just giving him crap. Um, he he thought I was gonna like get upset about it, but I was giving him a hard time. So, anyways, uh, they ended up giving me an antibiotic. I think it's called ithromycin, something like that. And it's like penicillin for the eyeball. So, and then he wanted me to see the specialist the next day. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, so I went and saw the specialist yesterday, and he was like, yeah, finish the antibiotics. He's like, yeah, there's some scratches I see here. I don't even have to zoom in. There's definitely some damage I see. Blah blah blah. And he was asking, what I did for work, if I worked with any like heavy metals, if et cetera, XYZ. And I was like, I edit movies and videos and stuff online. I don't I look at a computer screen, like, is that a heavy metal? He started laughing. He said the screen can cause strain, but it shouldn't cause this much like physical damage. So he wants me to finish the antibiotics, and then he's gonna have me come back in, and they're gonna do like a full exam on both eyes. I don't know, man. I don't want to lose my vision, dude. Like just sitting here looking at the screen, like when I close my left eye, all the shit becomes super blurry, like almost unlegible. When I drive, I wear an eye patch so I can drive without any blurriness, etc. Now it's, dude, it's Yeah, I'm like super pissed off. You don't realize how important something is until you're at risk of losing it or you lose it. You know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling right now. And like I'm gonna be 100. I don't want to lose my vision. Like I don't even want to have worse vision. Like I already had superb, really good vision, and like to lose my vision over, like, dude, I woke up like that. That's the thing. Like I wasn't doing anything reckless. Like I wasn't cutting the tree up. I wasn't mulching. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing anything crazy, and it's just like I don't know. It's just super annoys me, man. So, um, well, let's talk about Ashes real quick. So Ashes, they're gonna be. I don't know. I think you guys are in for a big disappointment on Friday. I'm just gonna let you all know now. I think that Friday is gonna be bad news bears. It's not gonna be something you guys are gonna enjoy. Also, they're implementing systems like the sport fishing system. I'm not too excited for this. A lot of people I see excited for the sport fishing system, but there was a lot of systems we were supposed to get in phase 2, phase 2.5. Where are those systems at? We don't need no sport fishing. We need the other systems that were already introduced in previous phases and just never given to us. Like, I'm not really excited to get a new system when we have systems already in place that aren't working properly. Um, it's just adding more fuel to the fire. It's, I don't, cool. I mean, cool, great. I'm glad you're working on something, but it's not the something that everybody wanted. Like you need to fix performance, fix lag. The game is not casual friendly at all. It's really hard for me to say, but the game is not casual friendly at all. There is no early game, mid game. It's only end game, and casuals can't just farm for the end game like I can. So that needs to be addressed. Um, as far as RMT and all that stuff, I mean, yeah, it's bad, but we'll see what happens this next patch. I suspect RMT will be rampant more so than it was before because of the changes when they removed statics and changed the rarity of gatherables in the world. I think that will greatly, dramatically affect the price of gold. Currently, I think it was at like 15 cents per. So I think this will at least double to triple once the patch actually hits and the Chinamen farmers see what the rates are, etc., and they, determine what their gold per hour is going to be. From what I think it will be, I think it's going to be at least double, triple the gold prices. So you're looking probably, I think it's going to easily go back up to 60 plus cents per gold. This is going to help the market. For the rich people like me, it's just going to make us richer. Rich just going to bank on this, get richer, and the poor's, well, they're just going to keep getting poor and giving me your money. So, I mean, it's bad for the poor, it's good for the rich. It is good for the longevity of the game. I've been saying since I started playing the game, static spawns are dog shit. Shouldn't be a thing, should never be a thing. I, in fact, want the rarities to be significantly harder. So, just to give you an example, like heroic or higher rarity, I want to be like 1 in 200, 1 in 300. An epic or higher, 1 in 1,000. Lego being 1 in 5,000 or even 1 in 10,000. I want rare materials to be just that, rare. I want items that drop to equalize that as well. So like a common or green item or uncommon item, they'll drop pretty often, not too often, but often. Maybe 1 in 100, 1 in 200 kills, you get a green or something. For blue, maybe let's say 1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 5,000. And then heroic plus you can't drop. Heroic plus should only be crafted, and that the values of the crafted gear versus dropped gear should be at least 20% better than the dropped gear for stats and stuff. That's just my opinion, though. That doesn't mean they're actually going to do this. That to me would be the easiest, simplest solution, and just keep everything well balanced. And I think that would just be the best approach to go about it. But anyways, I'm just super annoyed about my eyeball, dude. I really wanted to let you guys know. So if I don't make any more PvP videos for a while, or whatever, then that's why. So yeah. What was cool though is when I picked up the medicine, they said they owed me $1. And then I asked them, I was like, you think you can prescribe me like another 1,000 of those prescriptions? And the lady started laughing. I was like, what? How do you owe me $1? I thought it was hilarious. So, anyways, I don't want to make the video too long. So I just wanted to update everybody on where we're at and what's going on in my eyeball. And I'll keep everybody up to date as time goes ahead. If I come out with some more videos, I'll fill you in on my eyeball too. But that'll be it today. I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait. I forgot one thing. So like a lot of people didn't like Full Abyss, right? Like Acid Creation. It's a story. It's story music, guys. Okay, so it's not meant to be like an actual like Lloyd Banks album or like, you know, Cypress Hill record or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be comparable to actual artistic music, guys. Okay, I did write the music, I did write the songs, right? And I did feed them to AI, but every single song I wrote is to explain a story. It's literally telling a story. Okay, so back in the 1980s and early 1990s, rappers used music to tell stories. It was very effective and a lot of people liked it. So I was like, hey, I'm going to tell my stories that way too. So, you know, Full Abyss, Hate, Reputation, all these are stories. 13 is about the first guild I started playing with, okay? 13's about Overlord. These are all just, they're not meant to be like, you know, top music chart songs. They're literally like an Immortal Technique song where he's just explaining something. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just telling a story.
Down from lack of trust, enchant weapon, power surgeon. They flee when I breathe.
Dude.
Crossbow hits, corner cold, they freeze. Chain lightning crash, whole squad on their knees. In it with a flash, prismatic beam, they cease. Blink through chaos, hoar frost trails in sight. Combust hits quick, one spark, they ignite. All lightning hums, your squad paid the price. Whole feel right when you see Vice. Vice so powerful, even Steven calls it serves. Death notes in
Vice so powerful, even Steven calls us sirs. Dude, it took me like 20 hours to write all the lyrics for all these songs. And then the lyrics and the bars were really hard to write, but the actual hardest part to do was get songs that sounded good while singing it, right? So like Manabar took like 200-ish tracks. I had to generate over 200 tracks to get this one track. So it's I don't know, dude. And it's not unlistenable. It's not, you can't just like, I don't know, people just, I think people with TikTok brain and shit like that just don't like older music is all. It's okay. It's all good. They like their EDM, trance, dog shit, furry music. So I just wanted to explain that this isn't really music. It's more so storytelling. And that's the reason I wrote the mixtape, is to pretty much make fun of people, talk about our gear, and you know, it's a joke. It's to tell a story, pretty much. All right, I'm out.